Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Airman Martin coming at you with the Air Force PT test. So we're going to go over the three main components of an Air Force PT test and then talk about the minimum requirements and all that different kind of fun stuff. So we're kind of just out here and, you know, it's beautiful, it's really hot, and I really don't want to be here, but I do it for you guys. So what are the basic PT standards, which is like the basic question I get from everybody? Hildreth?
For the 1.5 miles BMT standards is 12 minutes, 54 seconds for males. For females, it is 15:21. For push-ups for males, it is 44 push-ups. For females, it is 27. For sit-ups, males, it is 46. For females, it is 42. And the abdominal circumference for males is 37.5. For females, it is 34.
Now, give or take, that can vary depending on your age and I think a bunch of other factors as well, because that sounds more like operational standards. I think BMT standards are a little bit lower, aren't they?
That sounds like BMT standards. BMT standards are higher than operational.
Oh, okay, it's the other way around. Okay. But either way, I think there is some leeway on it. You know, if you're, say your one kind of sucks, but you're really good at pumping those push-ups, this, that, and the other, you don't have to like meet, you should, but if you can't meet all the bare minimums for one, but you excel in another, usually that covers you on the rest. Your goal is above a 75. That's what you want to shoot for. I scored a 96 in basic training, getting Thunderbolt, I think that's what it's called, right?
Warhawk.
No, Warhawk's 100.
Oh, then a Thunder.
Yeah, I got Thunderbolt for 96. Warhawk is a perfect 100% score. So out here we're going to simulate an actual PT test. And yeah, it's going to be fun. So Airman Hildreth will be the demonstrator, but first we're going to show you form, things to do, and things not to do, because there are actually ways to do this kind of stuff, believe it or not. So let's get to it. So Airman Hildreth will now demonstrate a proper Air Force standard push-up. I know, proper. Down, you want to get 90 degrees on your elbows. There you go. Show me what almost everyone does, but that you should not do. Yes, that is not a push-up. Everyone does that though, so I'm just throwing that out there. Don't be that guy. Yeah, we're not trying to, you know, hump seals here. So you got to get your backside even. There you go.
Together.
Feet together.
Arms spread for a good part.
There you go.
And all the way down. All the way up. So there you go.
Beautiful. You can get up. I don't want you holding your hands on that. I know it's pretty bad. Alright. So now we will also demonstrate a proper Air Force sit-up. Alright, I don't want to leave him down here for too long. So we're going to now show you a proper Air Force sit-up. The main thing here is just you have to make sure touching your thighs, and as well, your shoulder blades need to touch the ground. They do not count if you do not. That's the main thing. You can't
None of this.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
None of this. All the way up.
Down.
None of this.
The arms have to touch the shoulder, the chest.
You can't be raising them. What's the proper resting form? Much like a sit-up, you can't rest in the down position. You need, a push-up, I'm sorry. You need to rest in the up position. So if you're gonna rest, you need to do it like this. And so now, Airman Hildreth will demonstrate a proper Air Force 1.5 mile run. Now keep in mind, usually you probably run it on a track. We are running it on an inactive flight line. It's a 1.5 miles, so it works. Just accept the fact that you're not going to be running a straight shot, most likely like we do. Now notice two things. You will not have a headset on when running your actual test, but this is not an actual test. So there's that. You can have sunglasses though, correct?
Only if they're in regulations, and these aren't.
Fair enough. And so, like I said, I'm not going to sit here holding the camera up for however long it takes him. I'm not going to say how long. That's his business. But I would just cut to when he runs and cut back to when he comes back across the finish line. Because I'm not holding the camera that long.
Just time me when we're ready.
On your mark, get set, go. About 11 minutes. Nice. So yeah, guys, that was technically an Air Force PT test in a very big nutshell.
One last thing, after you run, do not hunch over. Do not do this. Just walk with your head up, or you will Ralph.
Yep.
Barf, puke, pass out. I have seen it many times.
Yep. Also, another thing that we forgot to mention, the Air Force uniform, the PTU, it's a uniform, so treat it as such, please. I mean, he made the joke that his sunglasses are out of regs. Yes, he should not be wearing them, but I can't make him take them off. But realistically, I've seen people where they don't shave in the PTU. It's a uniform. You have to be clean shaven unless you have a PT waiver, a shaving waiver. So please treat it as such, because I see a lot of people here who just don't care. And I get it. It's not supposed to look fabulous or fancy, but don't treat it like crap either. You know what I mean? That's all we ask. Because we make these videos, guys, I don't think you realize this, because we love the Air Force, and that's why we do this. We want to help, not groom, but help inform the next, not next generation, but the next wave, I'll say, of those falling behind us. Do we know all the answers? No. Do you have seniority? Not really, but we know a little bit, and that's why we do it.
I'm gonna go pass out. Peace.
Alright guys, so that was the Air Force PT Cellist in a nutshell. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments below. And holy crap, he is actually on the ground.
See you next week.